What's going on, guys? So I want to make this video about the chemistry I do. So a lot of chemists out there, make either drugs or materials or dyes or things like that. The chemistry I do is musical. I make music. And I've been making music with this beat making program since I was like 12 years old. And, this is a beat that I've been working on. It's my most recent one. But I'm working on this album, and working on my album, it reminded me that I usually don't talk about the fact that music is literally the main thing that helped me find myself. That it wasn't about using the psychedelics, it wasn't about the philosophical ideas of figuring out who I am or what I am as a human being or what humans are or what life is or what death is. But really the most meaningful thing that helped me find myself was doing the things that I do. Right? What do you do that's different than I do? That will help you more walk into the path you were meant to be on. Because, yeah, the philosophical ideas and the spirituality and the fasting and the drinking ayahuasca and all that is great and all. And getting over your past trauma and dealing with that shit is beautiful. But what's even more beautiful and what even feels better is instead of figuring out why you are alive, figure out what makes you feel alive. So like making music from scratch is what makes me feel alive, right? Like to the point where some people that don't know music, just bear with me, but to the point where, see that right there, oops, accidentally clicked something. But you see that right there, that is a sample that I made. I made that sample. It's like, I don't know, so I'm getting ready to start making sample packs, and I'm thinking about doing all these type of things, because, melodies come to me pretty simply and pretty easily, but sometimes I can't do what I want to do with this program, so sometimes I have to take a melody out of this program, then add that melody into a different program, then add it back to this program as a sample. But I was just I kind of just want to break down the fact that music is my life, and it's been my life. That was literally my first tattoo when I was a teenager. It's on my arm, but it was my first tattoo when I was 16 years old, because music has been the thing that has driven me to, I don't know, to find myself or to figure it out, because I had to figure this program out on my own. I ended up, in the beginning, I wanted to make rap music because I grew up listening to rap music, so I wanted to make that type of music. But then, as I evolved, my mind evolved and my style evolved, and I've eventually created my own sound, where it's like, it's hard to categorize my music. I don't know if it's hip-hop, I don't know if it's psychedelic electronic music, I don't know. I would say it's more psychedelic electronic music, but yeah, I don't know. Music is just one of the most important things, and it's chemistry. See, this is all chemistry, because with the 30-band frequency equalizer right here, some instruments can't have bass in it, or some instruments, because this is, over here is the bass, over here is the treble, or the high instruments, like the that would be more over here. And the bassy instruments are over here. But at the same time, bassy instruments also have high frequencies in them, and high frequencies also have bass frequencies in them. So sometimes you have to remove the bass from a high instrument because it's interfering with the bass of the low instrument, and so forth and so on. And I've just learned all this on my own and figured out what I like and what I like to do and the sounds that I prefer, or I don't know. And I've been able to create my own thing. And the reason why I said this is chemistry is because I look at this the same way people make drugs. There are recipes on how to make, aspirin, for example. There's a recipe that was patented by the Bear Company on how to make aspirin. But there was a different recipe that is patented by somebody else, but they also come out with the same product in the end. So there are different processes when it comes to chemistry that with chemistry sometimes you use a different catalyst, and it's like you can use Logic, you can use Fruity Loops, you can use a bunch of things that can make the programs that help you make beats. But You got to find which one works for you. And then when you figure out what program works for you, you got to figure out how to use the program. And the way I use the program might just confuse you and it might not work for you. And I just wanted to break this down to kind of explain that it's so much deeper than what works for me might not work for you. I make music with Fruity Loops, and if you download Fruity Loops and you start making music and you get good at it, you might most likely be doing different things than me. You might not add all your instruments into the mixing board, but they still sound crisp. You might use different plugins than I do, so therefore the instruments sound crisp. So because I use a lot of I'm just using the basic stock plugins, I have to add them in the mixing board to add compression, to add filters, to add different effects and different things to make it sound more crisp and more original. And then you can tweak all the instruments and all the digital sounds to make it all original. And this is what I love to do. And this is what I mean by, in the end product will still be a song, right? Because somebody can make music this way. Somebody can make music with a guitar, some drums, and record the drums while you play the drums, have your guitarist, you can make music that way. But regardless, it's all chemistry in a sense, and I look at it like it's all part of the dance, part of the thing. You got to figure out what your thing is. What's part of your thing? Because my thing is a lot more than just speaking. I love to philosophize, but I love to make music, and I'm getting ready to learn how to DJ so I can start DJing my music. But because this is the type of music that you would need to DJ, because I'm not going to rap or sing over this music necessarily. But I just kind of wanted to just say, what's your chemistry? What do you do that can be compared to a chemist? Because, as I add different things and take away different things, it's like I'm adding certain things, like a little like seasoning, right? And sometimes there's a little too much wah-wahs, so you lower the volume of the wah-wahs and then you add a reverb to it, or an echo, or there's this thing called XY. There's this thing called XYZ controller. An XYZ controller on Fruity Loops is so you can place your instruments at different spots in the headphones. So if you have headphones on, you can hear the main instrument at the top of the headphones. You can hear the bass at the lower part of the headphones. You can hear another thing in the distance, because the Z part is the 3D part of the music. And all of this that I'm talking about has literally made me feel alive. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It has been an exciting journey learning how to make music. I've been doing this since I was 12. I am 27, about to be 28 years old. So, it has taken me a long time to be able to make music like this. But it was well worth it, and it was amazing learning it. And it reminds me that people that just want to make great music but don't want to enjoy the process of learning how to do it, they're never going to make great music. If you don't enjoy your journey, you're not going to end up at the place you wanted to end up at. Like, you have to enjoy the journey. And that's the thing. This shit makes me feel alive. I bet the same way, because the main reason I was saying the chemistry thing, right? It's because I was thinking about Alexander Shulgin and how Alexander Shulgin made his drugs, right? And I was watching this one documentary, and Alexander Shulgin made a bunch of drugs, the 2C family, and a bunch of other molecules. And it was the thing that somebody would ask him, like, what's your favorite molecule? And Alexander Shulgin would say, well, the molecule I'm working on right now would usually be his favorite. And for some weird reason, I was thinking about that when I was like, what's my favorite beat? And I was like, well, my favorite beat is the beat I'm working on right now. And it reminded me that people who do chemistry, people who make music, people who write books, people who make businesses, people who and make businesses as in do it on a constant thing. Not if you just own one business, yeah, maybe you're in the thing, but not really, because you're not necessarily doing chemistry. You started something, and then that's that thing. It'd be like me starting one song and using that one song to elevate my thing, but never, make any more music. I make music all the time. This is all I do in my free time. And it's the thing that I've always done this in my free time. This is what I've always done. I've made music when I was sad, when I was mad. When things went to shit, I would sit there and rap. When things went to shit, I would sit there and listen to music. When things went to shit, music was always there for me. So, like, now I'm just having fun. I'm playing. I trip balls and I make music. I take edibles and I make music. I take dabs and I make music, right? Like, it's an amazing life that I am slowly trying to build and create for myself, but it is fucking exhausting and it is hard work. As fun as this is to do, this takes a lot of time and a lot of hard work to do. If you want to make quality music, it's going to require you to take your time, and it's going to require you. My music has required all of me. The music has required so much of me that it has become a part of me. That people who know me personally know me as the music version of me. Because I used to be a rapper. And I used to be a rapper and a singer. And I used to record other people's music because I used to have my own studio. Before I started making beats, I was rapping on other people's beats, like free downloadable beats and shit. But then I ended up waking up. Started doing psychedelics. Became a different man. Found I have morals, and like I no longer wanted to rap about guns or drugs or any of this other shit, right? Or shoot 'em up type music. So I started like working on this journey, I guess, of creating music and creating and working with Fruity Loops, because I've been working with Fruity Loops on and off since I was 12. But 2017 is probably when I started taking this really seriously. And it's when I made my first psychedelic-like beat, right? And my first psychedelic-like beat was... Hold on. First psychedelic-type beat is online right now. You can go check out I made like a little music video thing. It's not the real video, but I just made like a little something. And it's called Traveling, and it's on this YouTube channel, on Mark Dreams Traveling. But I made this in, I think, the end of 2017. And at the end of 2017, it's when I started, like, that's why there's still words in this song. It's like, I started deciding, where did I want to go with this style of music? And, like... Because really what I wanted to be able to play my song while I was tripping. And that was my goal. So, years later, I have created this album called Psychedelics and Computers. And I'm just really proud of the album itself and where it's gotten and how far I've gotten with this thing. But, yeah. This is my life, and I kind of wanted to mention that, like, this is the life that I live, and you got to figure out the life you live, and the thing you want to do should surround everything else that you do. Like, the thing I want to do is I wanted to make music, but my music is a shamanic expression of myself in a sense, because now my music expresses my psychedelic journey as well. You can hear it in my music, and the psychedelics have influenced my style. But I wanted that because I wanted to show me, because that's why I make music, just to express myself. That's why I make these videos, just to express myself. And it's just an extension of myself, right? Making music allows me to say things that these words can never say. So, yeah. But, okay, well, I just got a message, so I gotta get going. But, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next video.